Okay, well, this is a thing I didn't think I would spend much time doing. Yeah, I've got a DLU property gameplay video. I've got this up. This is because recently DLU put out a tweet basically saying, okay, when we get properties done, we're going to start closed beta more or less, or properties done and stuff. I've covered this previously, but basically they've now released a property gameplay video. Properties are not completed yet, I should say, but they are in this video. They kind of show off some stuff with properties, and what I decided might be fun to do is just record. I don't want to call this a reaction video, but just you guys don't see. I suspect what all the stuff in my videos comes from, like what sorts of things I'm picking out upon when I'm interacting with the community, and I thought this might be just an interesting thing to kind of show you. Okay, this is what I'm kind of seeing and what I'm thinking when I'm watching this. So yeah, this is a thing. So let's go. I really hope audio works out on this, because everything's being recorded on the same channel because I'm incompetent. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so this was where previously, if we were playing through, we'd interact with this and it would just auto-complete the missions for us. This, however, is no longer the case. Which is, I mean, you've all seen me doing the Spider Queen, but well, okay, maybe you haven't all seen me doing the Spider Queen battle, because actually I haven't put that up on this channel, but the Spider... Depends which channel I decide to post this on. Anyway, you may or may not have seen me do the Spider Queen battle. The Spider Queen has now been implemented. It's not implemented exactly live accurately, but it's implemented pretty well. It makes a perfectly good boss fight, aside from the Spiderlings, which at one point are utterly murderous. But hopefully we'll come on to that. Okay, so first thing you might note, watch up in the top right. I don't know if you can see my cursor. You may not be able to. Okay, so they managed to time that so this didn't happen, but for the moment you'll notice that the Spider Queen was still attacking whilst we were in that outside area. That shouldn't happen. The Spider Queen will attack you there, and will also attack you as you're landing, etc. I'm not certain if that happened here, because I was only looking out for it once the missions began, but yeah, the Spider Queen will attack you out of range. I wonder how many tries it took to kind of get a video where that didn't happen, so no one was wondering about it in the comments, because I suspect DLU aren't going to fake anything for this, but if there is a rare bug, they may repeatedly go through to kind of try and avoid it. And for instance, they'll do particular things to avoid bugs. So for instance, obvious bug they just avoided there was attacking those pillars before they spawn in the enemies. And also, we're saying, let's go back and look at this a little bit. Okay, so notice whoever's playing this, I'm not certain who it is, starts very, very close to one of the Spiderlings, and the other Spiderling and has put a thwack down. I'm assuming this is intended. I mean, it's quite clever. But basically, the Spiderlings currently have a bug where they will just sprint at you and basically teleport at you, and we don't see that here. And the reason we don't see that here is, I'm going to keep playing because it's just going to be punching the Spider Queen for a bit, is because that thwack was placed down. Which meant one of them targeted the thwack, which we were facing the other direction from, and the other one we were up quite close to, so there was no way we'd have seen it kind of teleporting and leaping towards us. Which is quite funny. These are visual bugs that are kind of more important, they're far less important than they seem. They are more visual than anything else. The underlying systems are still all there, but it's the kind of thing that just doesn't look as polished. The other thing you'll notice is that rather is that last time when the Spider Queen jumps back down, and we'll see it again this time, I'm sure, rather than the summoner standing. Okay, wait, let's watch this. Okay, so again, they're pretty close. You see a little bit of jumping off that one spiderling, but you're facing the other direction, so you don't see the spiderling walking across, which I suspect it borderline teleported across, because that's what it normally does. Yeah, and here, again, you notice whoever's playing this doesn't start by running the character right into the centre, because if you run the character right into the centre, the Spider Queen will literally jump over the top of you. It reappears whilst you are inside its hitbox. Okay, so I don't know precisely what the hitbox for those ground attacks are. I didn't watch, let's just see. Does damage get dealt here on those? Because these are working, I'm interested. Okay, yes, okay, so some damage does get dealt, you can see that works. I was interested in seeing whether or not they were showing off that there's actually like that kind of subtle spot you can stand in between the two of them, which there might be a spot you can actually stand in the two of them and have it completely safe. I don't know. A very celebratory music. Yeah, okay. Let's go back a sec. Okay, and now you see, so you see, zoom in on him, the sky goes from being, let's just zoom back further. Okay. So some stuff isn't working here because at this stage, so after that spreads out, the ground here should be lighter, and I believe the sky as well. We see that the lighting change for the sky gets triggered now, and then there's a cut. Fades to black and fades back in. Now, the reason for this cut is because you notice now suddenly everything's light. This is a current visual bug. And yeah, it is solely visual, and genuinely I kind of love the properties when it's kind of just slightly dark and slightly moody. I actually personally think it's quite cool. But yes, it's a current visual bug, which means that you need to relog in order to get, like, I'm guessing it's the textures updating maybe? I'm not totally certain how it works, but yeah. Basically the lighting doesn't change on the ground, only from the sky, and you need to relog to reset it. And now we're talking Advanced Bulwark, we're claiming our properties, we're just going through the standard missions. And this is kind of, like, half of these I would kind of expect to work, like interacting with the console, they have to implement and everything, but, like, the fact that we're being given models, that you should kind of expect. That's been working for ages. And now we have placing down models. So for the moment, I'm looking at this thinking, okay, this was in LCDRU. Still, this isn't technically new content to the community. It's new content to DLU, but like it's not content I'm totally surprised about, given that like, well, LCDR is now part of DLU. Yeah, you get the very enjoyable. They're making it seem almost easy to line these things up, which I can never seem to get some of the... Look at that just lined up first time. There are the corners on the castle I can never get to line up nicely. It's awful. I think there's a left corner and a right corner, but yeah. Okay, so this we're kind of just going to see going through the property missions, because they've already published stuff on Nimbus Station gameplay. I didn't do anything like this for that, but, well, yeah, I mean, I didn't. There's not too much more I can say about that. This was just an idea I had. I was, yeah, interested in seeing what people thought about it. I'm going to be interested to see if they show brick building, because they showed some form of brick building in their... yeah, they showed some form of brick building in a tweet, or a brick built model. I don't remember if they... I think they did show brick building. They showed... Yeah, they did. Yeah, but, so I'm interested to see if they show brick building in this. Doesn't look like they will. And is this the end of the... No, we've still got time on this. Okay, so we're going to be... just finishing building a castle then. Yeah, the thing I'm quite interested to see is I might speed this up a little bit. I'm quite interested to see if there's brick building. But, because aside from that, I'm sure you've all... Well, I mean, you can check out this video if you're interested in... Okay, playback speed. I'm going to put this on 2 times speed, whilst we're just going through property building. For anyone wondering, yes, this is what an LU speedrun looks like. Yeah. Was interested to see... Oh. Why is this happening? Why is this... I'm... No. No. Why are you not... Why are you not working? Oh, that's weird. Like, that bar isn't actually moving any further. Huh, okay, well, it wasn't moving place was. Anyway, yes. Celebrating being on the property. I'm wondering what else we're going to spend the rest of the video doing, because this is a 14-minute video. Oh! We'll check out other people's properties. Okay, so this is cool. I want to do a property, like, checking out video myself at some point. Oh, no. Okay, this was happening because I've gone on level speed. Possibly Vice will edit this out. Possibly you'll just get stuck with it. Why is YouTube also not going as far as I think it should be? It's like that bar's not moving as far as it needs to. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, taking a look at properties. So before you can take a look at properties, you need to go to Sky Lane. Yeah, so we go off and do that because you saw all those properties were locked. Come in here, obviously cutting the loading screens because it's boring, but it's not like loading times are long or anything. That's just for a better video they're doing that. They picked the Pith helmet, very, very good choice. And they're not going to show us Nimber Station, they're now going to go back and show us properties. Yep, there we are. Not bothering to take the mission from Crash Helmet because, well, I'm pretty certain that mission doesn't work. So actually, so it seems like they're just not taking it, but like it doesn't, it's kind of so you don't notice that the mission tracker in the top isn't ticking up. Small thing, but yeah. So we're going to go take off, take a look at Winston's property. Winston has, yeah, it's a skeleton. As it says, Skeletons versus Medieval. He's got 2 different sets, and very cool looking. Yeah, this was like the first property I think there was actually out on here. I think it was. I don't know if it was this property. I think he updated it, but there was Winston's definitely, because Winston was the one who did a lot of the work behind this. Behind getting properties up and running. I know he puts some stuff about it on his Twitter, as well as on DLU's Twitter. Yeah, so we take a look at his. Now you'll notice no behaviours, anything like that. This is basically something DLU have to do, so LEGO doesn't shut them down. So yeah, I mean, some people complain about it, but it's not. You're getting LU. I don't know. I always find that one of the weirdest complaints. Like, seriously, you're getting LU. Yes, I personally would also like behaviours. But the choice is we get LU back with no behaviours, or LEGO shuts down DLU and we don't get LU back. Like, okay, technically I'm being a little glib on that front, but more or less that's the point. Yeah, okay, so here we have Frostbite. I'm not actually totally certain which user made this. Like, I know we saw the 3-word name, but that's not the. That I wonder who it was actually, like, on the Discord, because like that just means that at the time this was produced, their name hasn't been moderated yet. Okay, so we're a little bit of thinking, and here we are. Funky Ugerman's property. Yeah, so I mean, yeah. I'm so glad they chose to put this in. I would pretend to be completely surprised about it, but I had seen Funky joking about this. Yeah, this is possibly one of the... well, no, this is my favourite property. I'm a huge fan of Civilin's random, just utterly crowded and amazing jungle. But no, this has to get a win for just... Funky put proper effort into this. And the really nice thing is he even like included and added bits for... Well, basically he'd seen me producing those, I don't know, people may or may not have... I don't remember if I put the property stuff on this channel. But yeah, what they just looked up there, he specifically included a way that you could at least parkour up onto the mast there. He didn't realise at the time, or up onto the crow's nest there. He didn't. I mean, is that kind of the... I'm not totally certain which part counts as the crow's nest, because like normally that would be the crow's nest, and you've got like that thing for them to climb up to it. But I'm assuming that's what was meant as the crow's nest. But yeah, it turns out it's actually possible to get all the way up onto the flag. It just requires some precise jumps. But yeah, this is... yeah, this property, he said, because he saw me at the time. So when properties first came out, I tried building some like challenge courses. They were all brick built, just like hard places to get through. But yeah, and Funky was like, well, let's see if we can build a really cool property, but also add some stuff in for the for someone trying to like speedrun it, etc. If you look around, you'll see there's a sheep around the back of that. He's got random animals hidden around the place. I mean, or not so hidden as the case may be. But yeah, no, it's a really cool property. And like, this is one thing I wasn't expecting when properties came out, which is actually the amount of fun they'd be. Like, he deserved the salute emoji. Or not emoji, you know what I mean. So, I don't know, I hope this was a vaguely interesting video and kind of like... I feel mostly the things I was commenting on were things in the Spider Queen fight, and a lot of the property stuff was just property stuff. But anyway, yeah, slight commentary video on DLU property gameplay. I mean, this is on. I'm not totally certain how much of this is visible at the moment, but yeah, this is on DLU's channel. Comments turned off because made for kids. And yeah, wait a second. So. You saw a shake there. This was what I was talking about at the beginning. What health was the player on before they went over here? Yes! Yes, okay, so I was right. Player leaves here. They're on full health, full armor. We go through. So this is kind of subtle, but watch. Okay, we're landing. And yes, you see that flash, you see the camera shake. That is the being hit animation. You can't see it playing because we're landing in the rocket, but we come down. Well, we're on 1 fewer health, 1 less armor, 1 fewer armor. Does armor count as a, like... Is that a continuous quantity? I'm not totally certain. And you saw there that seeking projectile didn't do any damage. I'm not totally certain why. So you can see projectiles, etc. There are still some bugs, but overall, this is pretty cool. Oh, yeah, no, I think that's about the main thing to say. So yeah, I hope this was an interesting video. Like, let me know if this kind of worked, because I just thought it would be interesting to show you guys what kind of like my instant reactions to stuff like this were. Like, I hadn't looked at this in advance, and just, I think he like shoots at 4 rockets into the air and then like 8 come down, but we'll ignore them. Oh no, there are like 2 shooting out each time, so that does actually check out. Cool. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know where it's going up. This could be going up on Ninja Value, it could be going up on Ninja Warlog, because it's kind of the style of something I do on Ninja Warlog. But, well, this kind of got the content of something I do on the Ninja Value. I don't know. I mean, you'll know by the time you see this, but anyway, yes, thank you all very much for watching. I've been Ninja Value. As always, developer channels will be in the description. And, yeah, well, they should be in the description in Ninja Warlog, but I'm not certain if I've actually put them in there yet. But yes, I've been Ninja Value. and I will see you around. Thank you.